What's going on, guys? WarChariot here, and today we are going to be doing a Dark Souls 3 soul farming video. I did one of these for Dark Souls 2 and it did pretty well. I think it's the most viewed video on my channel with just over 1,000 views. But that's really not the reason I'm doing it. The reason I'm doing it is because when it comes to Dark Souls, you can play the game and beat through it and, you know, level your weapons up and level up and become a better player and a stronger player. But let's be honest, if you want to take it to the next level, you're going to have to do some farming, and I believe it's very helpful to have farming videos like this on YouTube that you can find that can help you and aid in the process so you don't have to struggle to find it for yourself. Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 are very different. Dark Souls 2, a lot of souls is something like 500,000 to a million, where in this game a lot of souls is, you know, 200, 300, 400,000. So the ratios are different, but they're about the same when it comes to leveling and buying stuff and upgrading weapons. The best place at low level to soul farm, I believe, is Dragonkin Mausoleum, which is where we are now in Archdragon Peak. It is the hidden area that you get to from Irithyll Dungeon. You just need to get the dragon pose and sit next to the dragons and the knights, and you will be taken off to this area. Now, let's get into the build here, because that is the most important thing. Let's see here. We have the Dragon Slayer Great Axe +5, a Blessed Llewellyn Shield, Symbol of Avarice, Covetous Serpent Silver Ring, Hornet Ring, Life Ring, Sun Princess Ring, and then obviously we always have an Estus Flask on. That's, you know, that really ain't part of the build. The reason behind the Dragon Slayer Great Axe +5, that's also important, +5, is that it is the highest damage weapon in the game, unimbued and unresined with, like, you know, lightning resin or whatever. Highest damage weapon in the game. You want to have that. Let's see if we can show you the AR here real quick. What is the AR switch? I'll just go here. As you can see, the top weapon 1 there under the attack power section, the weapon 1, that's our Great Axe. That's 701 AR. Now, if we two-hand it, which is what we're going to be doing, you can see it jumps up to 722, which is pretty freaking powerful. And you'll see why that's such a key factor in just a second here once we start some farming. Now, the other things that I have, such as the Blessed Llewellyn Shield and the Sun Princess Ring, are so that we gradually restore HP. The Symbol of Avarice will chip away at your health until it kills you if you don't either drink Estus or have something like this going. Now, this doesn't counter it, but it does slow it down a great deal, because a blessed weapon or something blessed that you have on you will automatically, slowly over time, restore HP, as well as the Sun Princess Ring, and they do stack. So, as the symbol chips your health down, it'll slowly bring it back up, chip it back down, back up. You know, it'll fight it. It never wins, but it keeps it at bay for a lot longer than if you didn't have it. Life Ring, no really big reason. I just ran out of rings, and you can do Chloranthy, whatever, you know, Hunter Ring, Knight's Ring, whatever. Hornet Ring, because we're going to be doing primarily backstabs for most of our damage, and we want to kill these knights as fast as possible, so that's why we have that. And then obviously Covetous Serpent and Symbol of Avarice for increased soul gain. I believe there was, like, I think like the rapier, one of the rapiers also helps with that, and a couple other things. But the main two things you want are these. Obviously, if you can get +1 or +2 Silver Serpent, you want that, but I'm NG, so I don't have access to that, although I would recommend it if you do have access to it. And that's the build. So let's get into some farming routes here. I'm just going to rest to refuel my health. Also, an important thing to note, your Symbol of Avarice will not chip at your health while you are sitting at the bonfire. The last patch did fix that, thank God, because that was a pain in the ass when you were sitting there and then you would die, and it's like, I don't think I should die when I'm at a bonfire. You can see the damage that we kick out. Basically a two-shot. Basically a two-shot. And that's the thing. You want to kill these guys as fast as possible to make your farming go as fast as possible. Now I'm going to give you a little cue here, and this is important. You'll see him come up, and the minute you see his shoulder blades kind of shrug backwards towards you, that's when you want to initiate the backstab. he'll kind of spawn out of the ground with his like shoulders and upper back like hunched over, and then he'll stand up, and as soon as his shoulder blades kind of draw back and look like they're relaxing, and I'll point it out right there, that's when you want to initiate the backstab. And then you want to charge an R2 heavy and just slam him, because it will track him as he moves. Now about 2 times out of 10 he will roll and dodge, and then you just, you know, chase him down and give him one of these and he's dead. But the charged R2 kind of gives it like a consistency. See, as he's getting up, I'll charge it and bam. He'll either roll or block it with his shield, and then like I said, you just kind of run after him and, you know, dodge and slam him with one of those and he's dead. But we have our symbol and our shield, or our symbol and our ring gaining more souls, our shield and our Sun Princess ring slowly counteracting the avarice chipping or avarice degrading of our health. As you saw there, a little demonstration that like if you miss the R2 or something, you can just, you know, smack him once or twice with it and it'll kill him anyway. Now you can use some of the great swords, but I find that one, the backstab won't do as much damage obviously, because this is the highest damage weapon in the game as of now. And then if you have to chase him down and kill him, it takes like 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 hits, and then that risks you dying and it slows down your farming process, which is no bueno. And these guys do hit hard, so if they hit you 2 or 3 times, you're pretty much fucked, especially because your health is always chipping down because of the symbol of avarice effect. That's a key thing. Now, I'm getting 6,600 souls. I believe the most I've ever gotten from this guy is like 7,000, 8,000 souls. You'll never get like 20, 30,000 souls a kill. I think New Game and New Game Plus, or New Game Plus and New Game Plus, you can get maybe like max like 9,000, but you're gonna be averaging anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 souls. As you can see, the rounds are pretty quick. You know, from backstab to backstab, it may be a minute and a half. So you figure if you're getting 5,000 souls, let's say on the low end, let's say you're getting 5,000 souls every minute. You know, you're gonna get 35,000 souls an hour. You know, and then if you're getting 6, 7, 8,000 souls, like if you're, you know, a higher New Game, or I think like if you have the rapier on, it'll get you a little bit more souls, or one of the other weapons. Or no. I think the main reason was I was getting more is because I had the Silver Serpent Plus and 2+ ring on, and those gave me more souls. So if you are wearing Covetous Silver Serpent Plus 2, you get like 8,000, and that'll probably net you anywhere from 40 to 45,000 an hour, maybe 50,000 if you're quick and you're getting optimal kills like that one right there. So I mean, it's not super effective. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have a sweet spot farming area like Dark Souls 1 did, or Dark Souls 2, I mean. Because the Giant Lord was the creme de la creme when it came to farming, man. You could churn out souls. It was ridiculous. I mean, every kill on NG+7 with the build that I use, you know, I was pulling, you know, like 12 million an hour, which is ridiculous. Versus, as you can see here in Dark Souls 2, you're getting, you know, 50, 60,000 an hour if you're lucky. But that's pretty much it for this spot. Pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. As you can see there, I've already churned up, you know, a good 85,000. Now I'm going to show everybody another area for farming, which I believe is the better area if you are higher level, and I'm suggesting probably, like, this character's level 80, I'd probably suggest level 120, 150 at least, just because the enemies are so strong. And I just want to correct myself real quick. The math in the previous statements was way off. If you have Silver Ring plus 2 and the symbol, you should get like 7,500 to 8,000 souls a kill, I believe it was something like that. And for an hour, since it takes roughly a minute or so per kill, you should end up with anywhere from 450 to 500,000 souls. I fucked up the math before because I'm standing here like, wait, I have 85,000. I said 50 to 60. That doesn't make sense. But still, I mean, you can see the huge difference in the souls from Dark Souls 2 and 3. I mean, I think my video, I said an hour, 10 to 12 million, and an hour for this is maybe 500,000. So you can see the vast difference, which is kind of crazy. Now, the second area is... I'm trying to think of the best bonfire to get there from. We'd probably want to do Grand Archives. Alright guys, so here we are at the Grand Archives bonfire. This is going to be the location of the second spot I want to show you. I am going to recommend a soul level of 120 to 150 at least for this, just because the enemies are going to be fighting here are pretty tough and hit really hard. And at a low level like 80 or 100, they pretty much one or two shot you. And especially because at that low level you can't wear super heavy armor and super heavy shield and have a big weapon like this, and wear the Symbol of Avarice, which is actually a pretty heavy helm. You can't really do all that without being over encumbered. We're going to be taking on the Gertrude Knights. There's 3 of them up top here. They're the ones that if you kill all 3 your first time through, you get a Titanite slab. Now, my number on the souls for these is a little off because I'm used to killing them at a higher NG. These guys' soul number will change, obviously, as you go up to higher new games. As you can see, I was just murdered here a second ago because they are fucking strong. Let's see if I can draw one away. Quickly escape. Now this is the strategy, by the way. You do want to back away. You want to try and get backstabs in on them. That's not always possible. Holy shit. Yeah, you can see like I just got really lucky there. Not easy to kill, which does make it somewhat of a tricky farming spot. But I assure you that on higher levels, they are a lot easier to kill. So that guy gave me 21,450 souls. And they also dropped Titanite chunks. Wing Knight axes, Wing Knight halberd, also good items. But that guy gave me roughly 21,000 souls, right? I believe on NG++ with Serpent Ring +2, they gave me like 60, 70,000. So you can see the draw is much greater than the Drakeblood Knight. Drakeblood Knight max gives you maybe 8,500. So killing one Gertrude Knight versus a Drakeblood, every Gertrude Knight you get probably, at least on new game, 2 to 3 times what you get. So basically, if I kill all 3 of these, it's like 9 Drakeblood Knights. Now you saw how much time it took me to kill that guy versus how much time it takes me to kill one Drakeblood Knight. So if you kind of figure it out and, you know, figure out the time and souls, it probably comes near even. I'd say if you're good, these guys would probably give you a little bit more. But that's on new game. Higher games, when you come through, you know, packing with tons of armor and weapons and, you know, your SL 150 or beyond, you know, I definitely recommend here because you can take the hits and you smash them a lot quicker. You know, a backstab on my other character almost kills these guys outright. So, would definitely recommend it. As far as other farming spots, there's really not a ton. I mean, I guess you could always make up your own little farming alley or farming route. But these are the 2 big ones that I've used and I've seen other people use and have the most effect. My other character was like SL 230, and I used this spot right here primarily to get him up from like 150 to 230. And it took a while, but I did get a decent soul draw off it. Now, let's say with this character right now, if we're getting 21,450, and what does it take to kill a round of these guys? Maybe 2 minutes. Let's say it takes 2 minutes. Let's say you're really good and you're on point and it takes 2 minutes. So you're getting 21,450 souls every 2 minutes. Then you have to go back to the bonfire, obviously, and, you know, come back up here. So let's say every 3 minutes or so. So that would be, just doing some math real quick. So you could do the route 20 times in an hour, and it's gonna net you like 430,000 souls, and that's if you're good. That's if you're killing them. Every run's consistent. You're not dying, and you're transitioning smoothly. So you're getting near the same amount of souls as the Drakeblood Knight. I think the Drakeblood Knight was like 480,000 an hour. But you can see that at a low level, the Drakeblood Knight is what you want to do. At higher levels, trust me, this area is a lot better. So those are the two major farming areas. As far as other farming routes, I have used that alley right there all the way up to the Twin Princes and run that a few times and killed all the enemies and all the knights that are there. I really only did that to get the weapons they had and some blessed gems, but I could see it also being a farming route. There's really not a whole lot of other routes, but again, you really don't need to farm for souls until you've beaten your first playthrough. You beat NG, you have everything unlocked, you're a decent level, then you can begin farming. I wouldn't recommend starting the game and trying to farm right off the bat. So that's pretty much all I have for a farming video. It would have been more effective to show it on a higher character. I just didn't have that. But literally, this is the character I used. The only difference, like I said, was the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring +2 instead of a no plus ring. So that's pretty much going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Any questions or anything that anyone's watching this video they have about the build or farming routes, or they are looking for other ideas or something, just leave a comment and I will definitely answer and see if I can't help you out. So that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.